All right, this is the first round of the European qualifier. Who's gonna make it into the main event? DreamHack Summer. It's just 10 days away from now. EnTe from Germany playing, of course, Undead for Mouse Sports versus Starbuck for Raptor Gaming / Firestalkers, whatever it is right now. Still sticking to the random guns, and as we said a couple of times before, if he had to pick a race, it would probably be Undead. So he knows what to do, or should know what to do against Undead, and he gets Orc in the first round.
All right, Starbuck can of course choose what build he feels is best against Undead, and it's not gonna be Headhunters. We have an early Barrack, so it's gonna be Grunts and perhaps Blade Master, perhaps Farseer. EnTe with the Ghoul build. Now, is this gonna be DK Ghouls or Crypt Lord Ghouls? If he goes Crypt Lord Ghouls, he's rolling the dice and he's taking the risk that he's gonna not get unlucky. And unlucky, of course, would be the 25% chance to have Night Elf opponent. In that case, you're basically insta-lost. But it's not too likely. Crypt Lord, Ghouls can work against everything else but Night Elf. Or is it going to be DK? Let's see.
Oh man, already so exciting. Rarely are the first moments of a game as exciting as with a random player as we have with Starbuck. Here on AZ, it is a DK Ghoul. And Farseer can work against that for sure. Gotta be careful to not get surrounded, of course. EnTe got a lot better when it comes to blocks and surrounds in the past 6 months, I would say, is the German vice champion right after Axelord from the winter season. That's looking pretty good for him in the spring season as well, where he's qualified for the playoffs. Haven't seen him much in international tournaments, and the storyline for EnTe here is, can he finally make it to a main event? He tried 3 times. He was in Anaheim, so the point distribution for him was always good, but he always got shut down in close qualifiers. For Starbuck, it would also be the first main event of DreamHack. Last year didn't really try too often, I think once, where we had this crazy game against Mad Frog. But yeah, high stakes for both of them.
Both starting off with the Lightning Shield creep. The Acolyte tried to make it as difficult as possible, but very well executed here by Starbuck, it seems. Is getting... You get the Acolyte experience as well?
Yeah. Yeah, otherwise...
Oh, he did. Okay, so level 2 right away, indeed. Circlet, great item, and he's gonna get some items here from the shop. The newly increased cost of scroll speed, first here being evident. DK gets the level 2, got the claws, so good items all around. But yeah, Ghoul build, not necessarily what you ideally want to have against Orc in the late game.
Yeah, can be pretty good against Raiders, obviously. But that is pretty much about it, isn't it? Starbuck rushing across. Looking, where are you, my friend? Speed scroll engagement into the base. You got wolves, you got chain lightning, you got quite some damage, and there's no Nerub tower up.
Speed scroll super early. One Acolyte going down at the very least. EnTe used the TP and didn't save the Acolyte, despite the TP. That hurts. That's starting off horribly here for the Undead. He gets us around the Farseer, but he lost 2 Acolytes already. I think he has cancel attack.
I think so too. Just started. He's trying to stay in as long as orcishly possible. But yeah, that's a devastating early push. In the meantime, no damage done to Starbuck in any way. He can heal up, he can regen up, more wolves, more mana. Creep a tiny bit, just be careful that the regen doesn't get cancelled. And his tech is looking really good.
And the problem here for EnTe was he didn't wall off the Acolyte, so the Grunt could also reach. The Grunt could also attack. Of course, the Wolves always can, but the Grunt isn't supposed to.
This Murdoch Nightcrawler. Sorry?
The fact that he's not cancelling, dude. This is gonna be so expensive. It's gonna be hundreds and hundreds of gold. Might be 1,000 gold that he's losing here. We're gonna have to check it later.
We can check the
big yikes, but at least good experience for the DK. He's getting close to 3. He's got claws and gloves already. Would love to see this camp away, but Starbuck right around the corner.
Okay, one wolf can be easily killed. Experience goes to EnTe. Can he get us around? Oh, look at this snaps around by EnTe. Can he do the damage though? This is also... Oh, okay, freeze it immediately. Ghoul's too fragile in this fight, but Starbuck is losing HP on both of the grunts. That is a lot of heal cells, and that is 66 gold at least. And another speed scroll. Coil, and gets the kill eventually. EnTe with a decent comeback here in the middle of the map.
First mistake there by Starbuck. He used the speed scroll way too late and also blocked his grunt a little awkwardly. That was not necessary, but sometimes, you know, that happens. We have the Shadowhunter coming out as a second hero. Double Bestiary. So probably Shadowhunter Wyvern wanting to punish the fact there's basically no fiends.
Super good.
There is no fiends.
Yeah, super good by EnTe to see this. There's a... I don't want to call it proxy Bestiary. Oh, he gets the... Oh. It's close. And it gets a cancel. Okay, this is like a little bit of a proxy Bestiary next to the lab. Not the most normal position. But EnTe scouted that, cancelled the other. He knows quite well what's coming, and he has good expertise against it, as in Meisterschaft, Tom is playing pretty much exactly that.
The backup Bestiary was set up though really quickly, so it's not much of a delay really. There's gonna be double Bestiary out here in no time. And Farseer still trying to creep. Would love to get a quick level 3 here, to then have those strong level 2 wolves on tier 2. But EnTe 0 fiends, still no slaughterhouse. And we can compare the gold mines now. And yeah, that's 800 gold thereabouts. Plus the acolytes at the end of DreamHack.
Yeah, that is really expensive. First hex on the ghoul doesn't end up being a kill because coil. And he really doesn't want to be surrounded because the TP is gone. Also, no speed scroll. If EnTe gets the surround here, it's very scary. But nice dribblings by Starbuck to get out of that situation.
Must have forgotten about the speed scroll. I know it's more expensive nowadays, but it's still pretty good. First Raider is out. And Snare about to finish. So we're starting off with Raiders. No Wyvern, at least not yet. Nova, though, surround against the Farseer. Oh, doesn't quite get it. Might still hold it somehow. Hex to prevent the next Nova. Nicely done. Farseer healing up right away. Summons the Wolves again. Shadow might be in trouble. Completely out of mana, though. Shadow did his job.
Super stressful situations for both of them. Nova! 6 HP! The last little bit spike from the ledge, and the Shadowhunter gets surrounded as well. EnTe explosive in the mid game, getting a double kill right there. Whew, that was bad. That's really bad for Starbuck.
Yeah, and it's the speed scroll mistake again. The first speed scroll cost him the grunt in the early game. The fact they didn't use it quick enough, and then not buying a speed scroll again on tier 2 cost him the Farseer. And then shortly after, the Shadowhunter died, and suddenly this game is completely flipped around. Now it's looking horrible for Starbuck all of a sudden.
Yeah, we called it. EnTe got a lot better with these surrounds. Took him some time as Starbuck was playing nicely against it. But yeah, we always say Starbuck has quite some experience with StarCraft, but you really don't want to play without your heroes in Warcraft 3.
And the big problem is EnTe is poised here to completely outscale his opponent. Tier 3 soon to be done. A third hero will be joining, and it's tier 2 only for Starbuck. With the 2 worst late game scaling heroes for Orc. No TC, no Blade Master, it's only Shadowhunter and the Farseer. Trying to do what he can here with the Raiders. Lich though now, level 2. That Frost Armor can especially help those statues quite a bit. Seems a little desperate right now what Starbuck's doing.
Yeah, these Raiders jumping on ghouls and getting torn apart. Coil Nova as well, yet another double kill. The worst opening for Starbuck possible, basically, into this close qualifier. And with another surround soon, I believe. At least, hey, Farseer is back. Shadowhunter will be back in a second. But yeah, that's the surround locked in. Horrible game.
And Farseer still not level 3. Really painful. Almost getting surrounded. Oh, is getting surrounded. Nicely done by EnTe there with the melee units.
Yeah. Gets out. And Starbuck finds the statues here, so lowers the region. A little bit of a stressful situation. Almost against the trees. How do you get out as the Farseer? You probably... Oh, you'd actually do. Now level 2 wolf summoned immediately. Well, the Shadowhunter is surrounded as well, isn't he? Close.
Yeah, this DK is so strong right here. He's got the mana potion. That Raider kill is going to be level 4.
Hex?
Ah, no, prevented. Another Lich in trouble. Oh my god, he gets the kill out of nowhere. And he could have transferred that invul potion, maybe. Oh my god, no way. No way. Is he coming back from this game? If this DK dies...
Are you kidding me? There's an invul potion. Can he hold on for 7 seconds? There's another hex. Can't use the invul potion, of course, if you're hexed, but not doing any damage. So that is the 7-second safety, but now it's 5, 4... Ooh, another surrounded the Shadowhunter maybe blocks the way, making it harder for the DK to escape, but he reaches the shop for a potion.
Dude, this is such a Razorman cosplay. It's unbelievable.
So wild.
This is the most Razorman game I've ever seen from Starbuck.
Surround. Again. Oh, it's locked down. Another time. Locked in, I mean. And that is the 4th hero kill on only this map. Farseer benched again. Level 2, little bit late with the heal wave. There was no mana anyway. Full commitment to these heroes. And now there's no potion anymore. Goes for a hex again. The sheep is blocking the surround. And both first use... No, Death Pact! But is it enough? Oh, EnTe! He's been in a couple of escape rooms recently.
This game is so crazy, dude. What? There's just constant killing and fighting and brawling. It's there's certainly, you know, a bit of sloppiness on both sides, but it's a wild game. Starbuck had to be so ultra aggro. He had to get those hero kills over and over. He knows in the late game he has no chance against this tier 3 undead. And he almost found his window, dude. He almost got the double hero kill. If he gets both of them, maybe this game is winnable, but the Lich is about to be back now. And only then are we gonna have the orb. And it was already hard for Starbuck before.
There's one more window of opportunity maybe, and that's with Wyvern. Surprise with Wyvern. There's no Fiend still. Obviously no Web either. So it's only Lich and Destroyers that can attack these Wyvern. And EnTe forgot the, or not really forgot the 50 supply Ziggurat, but he's not at 50 supply. It's not a perfect army.
I'm not even sure that EnTe needs Fiends, really. I think you can just spam Ghouls and be this Wrecking Ball and just go for Dark Ranger, and the heroes might be enough. I think should be enough if you're with the Wind Riders. Again, Starbuck doesn't have tier 3, no triple hero, no Orb of Lightning, no Envenomed Spears. It's gonna be rough for our random player. Shadowhunter's gonna reach level 3 here. That's a big deal. But the Lich will get the same, and the DK is basically 5.
And everything is so hurt for Starbuck, who has no money to go for a heal scroll at all. Level 3 unlocked. Okay, good scouting with that illusion by EnTe. Roaming around the map, close to level 5 DK. And the Lich
pushing
is well
into
equipped.
the Orc base with only 37 supply without a 3rd hero. That's quite bold.
Little Wrecking Ball Ghouls can take out this Voodoo Lounge, which is big. And he knows that there's no reinforced defenses, plus Destroyer up. Oh, no
Those
statues.
Destroyers could die really fast.
No statues on the ground, Remo. Any
No
comment?
statues on the ground. The EnTe Classic.
Starbuck, do you see that you can fight this? Can you fight this? Another surround. Maybe we got a heal wave this time. Wyvern do a lot of damage, but you can't escape from this. So big. There's an Ensnare on one Destroyer, but I don't think he has the firepower anymore, does he? Takes care of the Ghouls first. Nova hits big. One Wyvern out. Little bit of healing. But the undead heroes, man. What do you do against these undead heroes?
Yeah, exactly. Even if all the Ghouls die, it doesn't matter that much. The undead heroes will just clean up. This DK level 5 is a killing machine. And is losing a lot of supply. Don't get me wrong. But these heroes just seem to be unbeatable. Another Destroyer goes down to level 4 Shadowhunter. Again, by the way, there when the Farseer died, again he had no speed scroll.
Yeah.
Again he had no speed scroll. Starbuck, you gotta go for those speed scrolls, my man.
Too expensive, man. Can't afford. No chance.
Unplayable.
Unplayable. Oh, man. Level 4 Shadowhunter. The progress of the Shadowhunter is quite good. I guess. Because, like, lots of solo experience, huh? Switch back to Raiders. As the gargoyles are coming.
Starbuck is trying to bait EnTe to overextend into his main. But this Lich is about to get level 4. More and more ghouls coming in from the main, always streaming in.
Starbuck never rebuilt the shop. Was too messy of a fight. And he doesn't have clarities or mana potions. What can you do against this? Farseer? Okay, with repair he's coming back.
What can man do against such reckless hate? Shout out to Kaiser, who's always up there with me with a lot of the ring references. Farseer gonna be coming out. No destroyers at the moment, but as we know, EnTe does not stray away from morphing all the statues he has.
Coilnova.
Oh my god, that Coilnova though.
Yep, it's pretty good. Close to level 4 on the Lich as well. You know what that means. Now he's trading statues against Raiders once again. That's level 4. Heal wave again a tiny bit too late. It's so unfortunate. And now
Destroyer morph last second and the level 3 coil coming in. That should seal the deal.
Feels good. Man, GG. 1-0 for EnTe. That was a wild one.
Yeah, quite the crazy game. I would have loved for Starbuck to just play this straight up normal. He had a really good comeback after the early game. One big mistake in the middle of the map. You're not supposed to lose that grunt yet, the speed scroll. You should have kept that alive. And he could have just gone tier 3. TC second, tier 3, Shadow third. But he tried to brute force his way through with just Shadowhunter, Raiders, and go, go, go. The Razorman strat. But it's not that good of a strategy if your opponent is properly playing against it. And of course, those hero losses didn't do too well. Those did hurt. Starbuck, I feel like this may have been his warm-up game. We have seen him much stronger than this before.
That is very true. As we're waiting for game 2, and that is Autumn Leaves. First DreamHack close qualifier, first time we see the new map. Starbuck joining the Observer team. I guess there we go. Okay. Trying this again. 1-0 for EnTe. He is one step ahead from the Winnerbracket quarterfinal, which is the deciding round. And that would be against Starshape then. So we're gonna have a new debut to the first timer. Because Starshape never made it into the regular season. Neither did Starbuck or EnTe. And guys, if you're watching other streams, please let us know if there's any results so we can update you and all the others. It's a team effort here in these big qualifiers.
Yeah, I'm really interested, especially about Johnny Cage's game. I'm such a big Johnny Cage fanboy. I think that guy is amazing. He's playing against TG Dubs and probably against Neutron beyond that. Caspent, I feel like he's going to have a tough time here today, but really impressive that he made it through. Defeated as the last player. Didn't hear the invite for some reason. As the last game, he defeated Death Note.
Yeah, Death Note, man. It was quite a journey for him into this qualifier, wasn't it? It was kind of close. Made it to the tiebreaker, and there he won then.
Okie doke.
Ooh, a little bit of a discussion as the game started, and EnTe wants to know what raise that was. This can be interesting. Okay. EnTe just wants to know what race it was. Maybe. Oh no, I'm not gonna open that jar again of like possibilities and stuff.
Dude, honestly, I think Starbuck, maybe he was hoping for EnTe to say, no, you gotta stick with the race. Because when he played against Death Note, that really sparked his fire.
Oh, yeah.
He got really motivated and wanted to doubly show what he can do. So, you know, maybe a bit of spice, maybe a bit of a spark is what he's hoping for here. But yeah, in case you guys don't know, if you host on Battle.net, there's still a pretty good chance that you're going to land on the wrong host, and you have to do it over and over until you're on the right one. So bear with us as we get ready for map 2.
Thank you, Mojo90, for the sub. As we're waiting for the next game. The Sonic game is over, so not sure who won that. But yeah, if you guys watch Sonic stream, let us know. I don't have a game at the moment. Do you?
Yeah, he just made it. Invites flying.
Wonderful.
EnTe not quite as fast in hosting games as Happy is, but then again, who is?
He's the fastest host in the West, that's for sure.
Mojo90, thank you for the sub. Oh. Does restarting the game actually help with this? Because it's apparently what they did.
I have no idea. We can try, or we change hosts next time. Maybe it's a little bit like placebo, you know?
Yeah, I guess if this doesn't work, maybe I should host. Try all the things.
Yeah,
you know?
you're a very good host, you know? I wouldn't mind you hosting. Starbuck is in.
Damn right.
All right, good to go. What race is this? And do we have the right connection? Looks good. Wonderful. And that is Starbuck on Human.
Okie doke. Until recently, we would have said, oof, that's a rough one. That doesn't feel too good. But on the newest patch, Human has been doing way, way, way better. And also, the problem for Human was always going up against the Cryptload expansion. But with EnTe facing a random opponent here, he could try to go for a Cryptload Fast expansion. That would be really risky. Against Night Elf, it would fail horribly. And against Orc, it would also be really tough. So EnTe here on this map, now he's switching builds and opening Ted Fiend build, which is absolutely viable against Human, but a lot harder to play than the Cryptload Fast Expert.
Interesting times again. Here on Autumn Leaves, the Expo in the middle, pretty easy to creep, not too easy to hold. Expo on the right hand side, pretty hard to creep, easier to hold. EnTe again with the DK, fast DK this time, so Ted Fiends. Starbuck Archmage opening, of course. Do you know how good his Human is?
I've seen his Human played plenty of times. I feel like mostly I've seen it against Orc. Also a lot on Grubby stream. And
Grubby!
Against Orc he looks really good. But against Undead, I'm not so sure. But he should certainly know the matchup very well against Undead. And he's going to be very interested early on to figure out what kind of build EnTe went for. So he sees the Acolyte Scout arriving right now. I don't think he's that much of a nerd that he knows exactly what timings mean what builds. So he still has to figure out whether it's DK or Cryptload he's facing.
Okay. He's moving across. He is scouting. And Militia for the green spot. That is also pretty easy to do, but not too much surface area. It makes things a little tricky. Is EnTe in time for the last hit coil? Not for the Berserker, probably.
Wait, this seems like a really bad opening. Isn't he just too late for everything?
He can use the corpses to raise skeletons.
Yeah, that's really bad, though. I mean, to be fair, with this opening, Happy won WGL. But Happy is happy. Normally nowadays you want to go for one creep camp first and then harass the human, unless you have the ability to steal assets. But as we saw there, you don't. The timing doesn't work out. At least he's going to be in position right away to harass the natural creeping. But he's going to have to get 2 of these last hits. He's going to have to steal 2 of them so that this early game isn't a disaster.
Yeah. He's backing up for now. He has a lot of mana, didn't spend anything yet, and there is a chance to do that. Quite some militia for an easy spot like this. But again, too late. Not even trying to coil.
I think he wasn't looking there at that moment. He gets 1 last hit, but that should mean that the other one goes to Starbuck. Nice. Switching aggro. A little bit too late. Alright, so EnTe's gonna get 2. That's what he needed to get. He's gonna lose the TP, which is a little annoying. This also means the peasants are gonna be left in peace for at least 30 seconds. And here we have the expansion.
Resources are a little low with this, but I think power build should still be okay, and Starbuck is just jumping to the next creep spot. EnTe, did he get a ritual dagger? No. Okay, no aura, 215 HP DK, and more aggression. Is that a little ill-advised, maybe?
Yeah, he needs 2 footies and a peasant to level up. It's very unrealistic. So the more likely outcome is 3 peasants and a footy. DK needs a level 2, desperately. Starbuck has to try to minimize experience going the undead's way. 1 peasant, though, does go down by the DK. So extremely hurt. The Arcane Tower still far from finished. Now the footies return from creeping. Militia also, some called from the main, and some peasants do go down. Interesting positioning, by the way, on the Town Hall, right? Once he starts harvesting lumber there, he's gonna kind of open up the way towards the opponent. I think it's probably better to have the Town Hall on the other side.
Maybe he's not harvesting lumber there.
Kind of have to, though.
Forces are under attack.
We'll see. EnTe about to reach tier 2. Finally wants to get his level 2. He's going to get it here from the green camp. AM, though, is showing up. Knows still how hurt the DK is. An item still up for grabs.
Ooh, Slaughterhouse definitely cancelable. And level 2 preventable. And this is, of course, all time for the expo to pay off and for the tech to catch up for Starbuck. Man, compared to game 1, what a beauty of an early game this is for Starbuck.
I mean, the first 3 or 4 minutes were also really good for Starbuck with those Acolyte kills. He kind of then threw that all away. So
True.
It's not over yet, but the AM is level 3. That's a big deal. The DK finally got level 2, which is, of course, what he needed. I think it was wise by Starbuck to not push with the footies too hard. If he goes up against the Slaughterhouse, he's going to lose like 4 footmen. And that's probably not worth it. He's going to have to rely on these footies for a long time. He's saving all of them. He wants to heal them at the shop, and he wants to get defend. Heal the footies, get defend, and then take the fight against the fiends.
You know me, I am a big fan of canceling production buildings or tech buildings, right? It's one of my favorite things in this game. But even I would have said, this is probably not worth it. It was just starting to be constructed, so not the biggest thing in the world. Tier 2 aggression, at least a little bit. Ooh, the DK, little deep, and we got defend now.
Region Scroll couldn't be used there on the herd footies, so this is not the ideal engagement for Starbuck, and he eats the Nova right away. Tier 2 still far from finished. This is always the first difficult time for the human, where you have to hold on with very little, waiting for the MK to come out. Ideally, you want to prevent DK getting level 3. Heavy focus on the AM, actually, but he's got the Cloak of Shadows, which is very helpful.
Okay. Fiends are taking some damage. No statue coming yet. And I guess with the DK so hurt, he has to get out soon. Okay, positioning is a lot better now. And whatever is healthy is applying some damage. Ah, statue is up. Okay. That might prolong the push.
Yeah, it's not too severe here at the expansion yet. One guard tower going to finish soon. That's going to make a big difference. Coil Nova could be a problem for him soon. They're just going to have a Nova again very, very soon indeed. DK, low HP as well. But EnTe, because he didn't go for a first creep camp at the beginning, he's still struggling with getting level 3 DK. Normally, with this push, when you bring Lich and Fiends, you quickly want to quickly kill a couple of footmen, get experience there, and then get the level 3 DK. But currently, that is still a little too far away for EnTe.
One tower gets cancelled, but one is up, dealing with the skeletons. Relatively easy. Gotta be careful about that Coil Nova, but once he moves forward, he's in Arcane Tower range, and you don't really want that. Oh, the flank, the sandwich! Well done! Or well thought of by Starbuck, and now he's flooding with so many footmen. Expo safe.
That's 9 footies. There's a 10th one coming. 10 footies! I love seeing heavy footy play by humans, but at some point it comes at a bit of a detriment. Like, we all know, of course, destroyers, how they deal with footmen, so I think Starbuck has to get value out of these footmen soon. Doesn't have to necessarily right now, but once the MK is out, he needs to trade these footies for a couple of Fiends, I believe.
And I guess that's what he's doing. Tier 3 is done, but no... Oh, the orb is on the DK, actually. Not perfect, I guess, but now redistributing it, that makes things a lot easier. Statue hurt. Everything is split. The Fiend is surrounded. The statue is going down.
Yeah, this might look a little suicidal with these footies, but this thought process by Starbuck is he has to get value out of them right now while there's still no destroyers. Which does make sense. He's gonna fall back. Now he killed off one statue, which does make a difference. That means if EnTe wants to morph one destroyer, he's gonna have 0 statues on the ground, which is oftentimes painful, but sometimes no problem for EnTe.
As if that is an issue for EnTe. Saw that in game 1. Okay, 2 towers up now. MK is out. Big help. Castle tech at 1/3. And double... Oh, is it a double workshop? Not too sure. At least one. Denies the footman here. Still no level 3 DK. Almost 10 minutes in.
Pit Lord coming in. Oh, very nice focus. Stormbolt and Arcane Tower right away on the Pit Lord.
Excellent.
Lots of mana burned. He's only gonna have 2 Rains of Fire, if that.
MK can do this again if he's in range. Here we go. One tower gets cancelled, but the others should be fine. Where's the first destroyer? We're still waiting for it, as you said. Oh, sweet coil. But the next Stormbolt kills the Fiend for sure.
Frost Armor not good enough to save that one. DK has 1 coil left. Now finally level 3. Man, that took forever, but finally he got it. 3 towers standing at the expansion. Still, they weren't taken out. Not yet anyways. We have the first couple of gyros coming in. Starbuck still desperately waiting for his tier 3 to finish.
It's done in a second. Another Fiend low. Mountain King standing next to the shop could use a potion or 2. Mana is low. Health is getting lower as well. 700 gold for him. Footy is now all rotated out and being replaced with breakers and gyros, but the gyros don't even have a target.
Not yet, they don't. Starbuck spending all of his money as quickly as he can. Paladin coming and Knights. It's looking better and better for Starbuck. Once the Paladin is out, he should call a lot of militia from his main to force back the enemy attack. He calls the militia now already, in fact. It might be a little too early.
Paladin still in the works. Mountain King still regening. But okay, wants to try it again. There is no TP on EnTe. Oh, MK gets a potion last second. Coil could not have finished, or could have finished him maybe. No cleave attack yet. And one. Oh, nice save by EnTe.
Some peasants going down, but lumber is certainly not the problem for Starbuck. Stormbolt flies, kills one more Fiend off, and this is all before the Paladin was even there. Now, we finally have Paladin, and this game is starting to look better and better for a random player.
Just needs a little mana, I think, on this MK, so he's buying a clarity for that and EnTe retreats. What is plan B? Can't continue the push, Fiend so hurt, mana kinda low. Levels creeping. More damage. Destroyers. Breaking upkeep. That's all that EnTe does right now. And that's all the right call. As he has Web ready too. But it's pretty hard to fight against this human army. But nice move by Starbuck to contest the middle. Don't give the spots to EnTe for free. Because why should he?
Interesting choice, by the way, by Starbuck. He's not going for any items, like orb and staff, but rather just mass units, and I can understand him with that. It's a lot about critical mass. Like, having 4 knights is starting to make things very difficult for the undead player, and also a certain number of gyros are just needed. And those items, those luxury items, perhaps something you only want to think about later. EnTe with 2 destroyers in the air again. He crept the camp, he got the Healthstone. 60 supply for him. This might be the last strong timing that the undead can go for.
Tower not being repaired here. You're kinda right. He opened up the forest for this. And the peasants are all burning. So far, so good. When is he running out of steam? The Lich might be in a little bit of a wonky position, but the Mountain King isn't close, so that's all good. The peasants are all still alive. Either the Breakers stole the the Bloodlust, so we have rah knights.
No flag hands, by the way, from what I can tell. Stormbolt flying, going for the Fiend again. Militia again. These Militia timings have been awesome by Starbuck, always coming in with the flank. Lich was almost getting surrounded. That was looking scary. Some gyros going down. Lots of gyros red, but Fiends also quickly going down. MK now finally level 2. Took quite some time, but he gets the level up. Has the one of mana stealing, which is also nice for him. The block against the Fiend. Not quite enough to save that one. It is enough to save that one, I mean. Not quite enough to kill it. On the other side, though, one Fiend does go down. The Rain of Fire not connecting too well against these gyros as the Stormbolt flies. Is he gonna try to go for this round? Nope. Starbuck still playing it careful. Still has one of mana stealing charges. And EnTe losing more and more units, especially those Fiends.
Yeah, the tug of war seems to be going to Starbuck now. Pit Lord always a liability if you can't follow up with that push, if you can't break the base. Pit Lord at some point, kinda useless Archmage in trouble. Got a TP out. Good solution by EnTe. But is it even enough? Not thanks to the holy light. Chef kiss focus. And that's the Expo Hell. That's the TP force. That's the Pit Lord killed. And that supply heavily in favor of Starbuck. 75 versus 47. This, ladies and gentlemen, is game 3.
Beautiful game by Starbuck. Dude, look at how close this all was. All the towers went down. The shop has 4 HP. All the peasants are hurt. But just barely the expansion is still standing and operational and mining. And now we have the late game. Now we have the 80 supply, Knights, Gyros. I think Starbuck's way too heavy on breakers personally, but that's nitpicking. This was a really good game by him and should certainly lead to the win, especially if he kills the Lich. Stormbolt, surround. He's stuck there. DK cannot help his friend. Well, he can help him with 1 coil, but the savior is not what he's going to be today. GG called. And we make it to map.
Good comeback by Starbuck indeed. And this early game hurt him bad, didn't it? Not accomplishing anything in the first few moments when the hero was out. Everything was kind of crippled. If he gets that level up earlier, that level 2, maybe it all looks a little better. But yeah, Starbuck definitely stabilizing, playing a better game than game 1 was, and forcing the decider to determine the opponent of Starshaped.
EnTe in chat saying in the lobby right away, DK against human, yeah, that's totally viable. Which is something that a lot of players are very good at, always shifting blame away from themselves. It's quite impressive, isn't it? How skilled so many players are at that. It's truly remarkable. But I agree with you. This was definitely not the best opening build. The openings by the Undeads have been weird today. Like, this was definitely not the best by EnTe that we saw right there. Also, earlier by Mikael, he went for a really suboptimal build. I mean, I guess the meta's up in the air. Things have changed. It's not the same anymore. But if you just spend the first 3 minutes of the game getting 0 experience, you know, it doesn't bode well.
Yeah, we have to wait for the meta to settle. I wonder if Todd is watching. Oh yeah, he can. That always riles him up a little bit. So I'm refreshing the Wikipedia page of the qualifier to see if we got results. Johnny Cage 1-0 over the Great Wall. Cooper 1-0 over Biko. Sonic with the 1-0 over Dice. That is not something I would have expected.
Oh, dude, look at chat. EnTe saying, I can't win you with DK. If only I had known, I wouldn't have played DK. And then Starbuck dry as a motherfucker says, your early was just bad. Oh, snap, boy.
He was, he made quite an impression in our interview recently as well. And now we got Starbuck with his so-called quote-unquote main race. We get ourselves an undead mirror on the undead map of them all. Northern Isles to decide things.
And we have a ghoul build by both. I think that's not too surprising. Is EnTe gonna roll the dice now? Is he gonna go for the Cryptlord Fast expansion now? It's viable in all matchups with the exception of Night Elf. Is he willing to take that risk? We saw that before done by his clanmate Juan in DreamHack. I think it was against, actually I forget who it was against, but it was against someone. Is he gonna do it as well? Starbuck, very likely, will be playing Cryptlord here, I would think. But what's EnTe gonna do?
Yeah, I would think so too. Or will he dash out a Lich on the deciding map? That would be quite crazy.
True.
But not impossible. We take a look. Cryptlord, Cryptlord.
Alright. No Lich here. It's going to be Cryptlord. Probably fast expansion on both sides. Starbuck, of course, doesn't have to scout the opponent. He knows already what's going on. And whether it's DK, Lich, or Cryptos that he's facing, it doesn't really matter. You can fast expand against all of those. But EnTe has to figure out what's going on.
Result from the other playground. Apparently, Sonic 2-0 dice.
Damn.
Big surprise to me. EnTe will probably be happy about this. Seeing this build. Seeing the race. Seeing this build. He knows this. He was pretty good, or he is pretty good at that. Lots of practice, thanks to Mouse Sports games, thanks to Meisterschaft. And in general, in Europe, if you want to be good, you need to have a good mirror match. For Starbuck, we'll see how it goes, if he knows the ins and outs in a mirror.
So the choice early always lies between creeping the green first or going for the natural creep instantly. And we've seen more and more players in Undead Mirror move more towards creeping the green first. And I'm pretty sure that's inspired by Happy, because that's the way that Happy always does it when he's playing Cryptlord. Although nowadays he's playing a lot more Lich. But here now it's gonna be a good old Beetle Mirror. And so far it seems like we're gonna have a fast expansion on both sides, with EnTe creeping a little bit more and Starbuck expanding a little bit earlier.
Okay. I was hoping for EnTe to try to get the last hit here with the Acolyte, as he did a couple of weeks ago against... Oh, look at he! Not getting it against Star-Shaped especially, but not happening. And EnTe is building a second crypt.
Oh, yeah. We are not expanding. EnTe, at least, is not expanding. He's going to push all in with crypt, double crypt. And he's going to try to level up as quickly as he can. Very important Beetle Scout. Starbuck sees the natural, sees no expansion there, not even creeping there. So right away, the alarm bells must be ringing.
Scroll of the Beast on a lot of ghouls. This is gonna be nasty. Needs some time. Beetles scout everything. They know what's up. How much time do you have? What can you do to stop this?
How many ghouls do we have for EnTe? 2, 6. 6 ghouls is not that terribly many. Starbuck has 6 ghouls here himself. The first Ziggurat about to finish. We saw in his game against Moon that he loves to still keep forcing those expansions, even if the opponent goes all in.
Okay, the Beetles are harassing the Acolytes, so gold income for EnTe not optimal. And he just turns around so far. Both have, of course, Impale to work with. Here's number 1. So just going straight up for the surround. Kind of looks like it. Can he escape? It's a little reminiscent of Amazonia, where this happened to all the Orc heroes all the time. Ooh, Starbuck, you're in a little bit of trouble.
I think EnTe's in trouble. He used 100 mana right there, and he just forces the TP. He lost 2 ghouls in an all-in. In the meantime, the expansion is finished and the tower is standing.
Oh, he doesn't
EnTe's time is quickly running out.
He doesn't replace the Acolyte. I don't think he realized it. EnTe.
Yeah, EnTe's only hope is to impale surround and kill the Script Lord.
That is
Otherwise,
doable.
he's losing this.
Oh man, more and more ghouls are falling. Who's playing the double crit? Is it EnTe or Starbuck? I wouldn't know from watching at the armies. Looking at the armies.
Crypto almost level 3, needs one more kill. Boom! There it is!
Oh,
and
boy.
that seals the deal.
Yeah. You know what? I would have loved to see a 2-round attack with Beetle's Cryptlord here at the expo and ghouls in the main of Starbuck. Now level 3 for him. Is he going for a desperate impale? Nope, just more beetles. My EnTe is losing so much.
Yeah, you can reproduce those ghouls pretty quickly, but as you said, one acolyte is missing, and that is certainly starting to become very painful. Now here comes the impale surround. That's the only way EnTe gets back in this game. Does he get the hero kill here now?
I think he
may
gets
have
the
to
hero
TP
kill
out
of
first.
Still enough damage? No, not enough surface area at all. GG! Starbuck does it! We get the battle of the stars. Star-shaped versus Starbuck. And EnTe finds himself in the lower bracket of a close qualifier. That is Groundhog Day for him.
Poor EnTe, dude. Does it just keep on happening? Does it just keep on going this way? It's far from over. He still got a chance in the lower bracket. Who's he playing against there?
What's this crisscross bracket thing? I don't know. I think the loser of wait, isn't he playing Cash?
I don't know.
We'll see. We'll
figure it out.
We'll figure it out indeed. Let's take a look into the bracket on the ESL page. Neutron defeats Caspant with 2-0. Sonic 2-0 Dice. And yeah, we got ourselves a nice best of 5 between Star-Shaped and Starbuck. And you don't go anywhere. We're back in 4 minutes.